Hello everybody, it is Kosif here, and I am joined with Galton.
Hey guys.
And as you can see, this is the Baxtorian Falls. Um, for anybody who's unfamiliar or just needs their sort of like brain rejogging, this is quite a far distant area in the pay-to-play lands of Runescape. I'm going to start off to the right. This bit is unwalkable, it's like on the outskirts of the area. But here we have the fishing guild. Let me zoom in
Hello,
here.
everybody.
It is Kosif here. In here we have the Ardoing farms. You can see a little bit of RD, but it's not massive detail. Obviously, this is a incomplete area. I haven't touched this area in a while. That is because we've been working on. Well, I've been working on the wilderness. Colton, your project is RD, right? Well, it's
Yes.
one of your side projects. I meant.
It's a few things, yeah.
Yeah. Um, this is like the little goblin roaming area place. This is the I don't know its full name or like what it's Glariel's tomb. I think that's how you pronounce the name. It's where you get the urns and the necklace. This is the Dwarven Cannon camp. Obviously where you start Dwarven Cannon. And now this is obviously the Baxtorian Falls, which is named after the area. It's the large waterfalls. This is where you start the waterfall quest. You got the Otto's Grotto and like the barbarian fishing. Obviously, I haven't added that yet.
Yeah.
You got a dark spot for the whirlpool. Somehow I need to sort of make a whirlpool there. We got more waterfalls, and that's it. Now the biggest place in this area is actually the outskirt of the area, but you obviously be able to see it from this area. And I've detailed it quite a lot already, and this is the Tree Gnome Village. As you can see, it is quite huge and covers pretty much half of the map. I have my trees hidden, so let me show you my trees. I will keep my trees hidden. The only reason I do this is because it's easier to sort of detail the land and all the other stuff around it without the sort of like trees getting in the way. Have you ever experienced that, Colton? I cannot stand. As you can see, there's just a ton of trees in the way. And yeah, this is just what Tree Gnome Village looks like. Not Tree Gnome Village, Grand Tree. Jeez, sorry if I keep saying the Tree Gnome Village. It is the Grand Tree. So I'm gonna hide the trees again. Now, obviously, this is just a detailed build. I am gonna keep away from the Grand Tree for now. Grand Tree is only, like I said, it's only the outskirts. So I won't be detailing this much, but I'm going to be detailing the area sort of like on the outskirts. As you can see, it's pretty bland. This is the combat training camp. You need to complete biohazard, I believe, to sort of like do the to sort of like kill the ogres and all these. It's pretty useless now, but it used to be a good spot for sort of like killing ogres. But yeah, I'm going to be detailing the sort of like the areas around. Now I'm going to show my trees for now because there is actually quite a few trees here. I'm going to be mixing between them. So that's pretty much me from talking. Colton,
Yes.
do you want to talk about sailing?
Sure. Regarding sailing, there are two different ways we could do it. We could do where you are in the third person of the ship, or well, as a third person, you can control the ship that way too. Or you can be on the ship itself and tell sailors to do crazy stuff and all that. um, it's a little bit complicated now because it's still in theory. There's not a lot of work that we've done towards it. Uh, what about you? Is there anything you have to say about it?
Um, like you say, there's two ways we could do it. I think we should go with two ways, but that's just me talking now. Um, it's like I'd say Port Sarim to Karamanjar. That's like one of the first major sort of sailing, and I'd say the first bit of sailing players would get to do. Um, I would say you'd want to sort of like control the ship yourself and sort of like try and find Karamanjar. Maybe like you said, you can actually like board the ship and it will take you there, but you can sort of like roam around the ship and all that stuff.
Yep.
Um, and we were talking about counters, so like say if we were going to Karamanjar, it won't happen all the time, but say there's some sort of like, I don't know, sunken vessel or destroyed vessel which is like still on the surface. You can either choose to sort of like sail closer to it and sort of like see if you could scavenge anything, or if you're in some sort of like really bad hurry and you really want to get to Karamanjar, then you would just say like, you know, screw it, ignore it. We're just gonna keep on going to Karamanjar.
Yeah.
Something like that.
If any of you have ever played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it's essentially that, but without the movement and stuff,
Yeah.
and the really nice graphics. The places that you'll initially sail to are north of the wilderness, because you can sail around the globe. Kermanja, Ardone Port, Port Sarum, Crandor, Catherby. What else is there? That's all that I can think of now. I'm really tired.
Well, maybe yeah, maybe some sort of like custom areas. Say like, I know I plan on adding one to Alcarid. Alcarid is sort of like, it's a city sort of like far away-ish. Considering if we include pay-to-play areas, Alcarid is sort of like far away from like all the centralization of like trading, whereas I'd say something like Falador is like dead on in the middle, and obviously that's going to be doing a lot of trading with Port Sarim. So, you know, why isn't Alcarid getting on in this stuff? So maybe we could add some sort of like custom ports on the side of like Alcarid, and say if I'm in Ardoing and I want to get to the desert because of, I don't know, something. Say I'm doing desert treasure, because you need to go around like the Ardoing area, and actually you need to go to Baxtorian Falls. This little area here, this fenced area, is one of the places where you get the shadow gem. I think it is gems. Yeah, the shadow gem. So maybe I'm in Alcarid, not Alcarid. Maybe I'm in Ardoing and I want to get to Alcarid, and I could just use Ardoing's charter or boat ship, whatever, and I can just easily get to Alcarid, and something like that, really. Obviously, I could just use something like a dueling ring, but you're not always gonna have one of those.
Yeah.
As for the stream, I'm gonna detail this training camp. I've just been sort of like scouting the areas to find things to do. There's a lot of things to do. It's just where to start. But I'm gonna do this training camp.
Right.
But what would you say is the other type of sailing? Would you say?
Third person. Sort of like those maps that you see when you're traveling someplace in regular RuneScape, but you would control a ship, and it's sort of like an interactive map. But
Yeah.
we've only, I guess, tested that once or twice already, right?
It's easy to do, but it's trying to get it right. How it works is, let's say this is the sea, this area here. I'm trying to. Let's just say like, imagine this little water here is the massive ocean, and I want to get from this fence here to this house here. So I'm going to say I'm here, I'm going to board a ship, and I'm going to be on my ship here, and I'm actually going to be controlling the ship, so I could go in like any direction at all. But obviously I want to get on this ship. Jesus Christ, I got a bad cold. So let's say, you know, the basic idea is to go from point A to point B. And, I don't know, let's say I want to find some loot. I could go, say, like, I could go up and, I don't know, into the waterfall and find some loot. So, whereas the first idea, you would be, I'm just going to do a quick shout out to Mood Bass, as he's commented in the channel.
Alright, that's fine. Excuses?
Yeah,
Because you're sick.
I got this, I need to drink some water, so I got a terrible cold. Ah, there we go. As I was saying, so as the first sort of the situation we gave, say if I'm in Port Sarim and I want to get to Karamanjar, the ship will ideally take you there. Like I said, you could get some encounters like the broken vessel, like I said, and let's say, whereas if you're going to control the ship, you would actually have to sort of like go out and find the stuff yourself. So say if now the idea of sort of like the sailing skill itself, it's sort of like dungeoneering but on a boat, whereas dungeoneering, you're just exploring rooms and rooms and rooms. You kill bosses, you get higher up, well, lower down into the dungeons, until you can get enough reward tokens to buy gear. It'll be, let's say, a bag of holding. So what this is in Neverwinter Nights 2 is a bag of holding. It's a lot of items weigh in Neverwinter Nights 2, so this, say if I'm mining and I can only carry 20 iron ore, I'm gonna try and get a bag of holding, which will then allow me to get that 20 iron ore which I'm currently carrying, and turn it into, let's say, 40. So it's like, it's really effective, and it's really sort of like giving me this huge bonus. So say if I buy this ship and I'm exploring I'm just exploring the sea, and I see this small cave like just sticking out the sea. It would be my choice to sail up to it. I would sort of like dock onto the ship, or not dock onto the ship, dock onto the sort of like cave. It would be like a smallish island, so there would be room to dock. You would then go in like third person and like roam around on your character. You can see your ship out to sea, and you use this like rowing boat to get onto the sea. Well, not onto the sea, onto the cave. Obviously, you're not gonna sail this massive ship up to this cave, because it would pretty much just be the Titanic.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna explore this cave, and say like there's a bunch of pirates in it. You're gonna kill these pirates, and one of them could drop a bag, and that's how we see it sort of work.
Sure. Topics? Any ideas? Maybe rabbits? Easter eggs?
Easter eggs. I think we don't really have that many Easter eggs in the game. Actually,
Yeah, there's only a few that I've added.
I know I added the mysterious statues, but I made a video of it. And that was, God, my throat is absolutely killing me. What this mysterious statue is, there's a video on it describing it all, but obviously, just in case you haven't seen the video, there's these statues. There's one in Ardoing, not in Ardoing, North Kandarin. I added it in the not Sears, Legends Guild. Legends Guild has some statues, which they're in RuneScape. They're cosmetic. They have no real use. So one of the videos, I go, hey, if somebody guesses what this area is, I'll add you in a statue. And somebody guessed it, so they have a name as a statue. And obviously this is sort of like different from what I was originally talking about. But to begin with, there's these statues just randomly spotted around. There's one in Varrock in this bush bed by the west bank, west of the West Bank. Now what this is while building, I look in RuneScape. You look in RuneScape too, Colin, maybe? I take that as a yes or no.
It's 2. Yeah, it's 2. Yes.
Sorry about that. Mum came in my room. So obviously when looking in RuneScape, especially this area, so the paid-for area is 1-to-1 scale, so you can go in RuneScape right now, like literally. You could go into RuneScape and go up to the training camp. You, like I said, you can honestly do this right now, and it will be 2 squares of this fence, and it's 2 squares in this game here. So, obviously, while looking through RuneScape, some fans spotted me and they're like, "Hey, nice vids and keep up the work." And so I added an Easter egg, and it was whoever spotted me, I made a statue of their name, and I put it wherever they spotted me and wherever they were. So if you ever see a random statue sticking like out of the ground or with somebody's name on it, that's why. So that's my Easter egg.
Cool. Mine, I have a lot of Monty Python themed stuff, like really vague stuff. But if you've seen the other movies, then you'll probably get it. Back in my old wilderness, I had a dead Sir Robin.
Isn't that from the Holy Grail?
Yeah. He was a coward. So yeah, he died.
There's one topic we could talk about, and it's reminded me of something. I think it was Tristan sent us a video yesterday. Somebody working in Java.
Yeah.
It was pretty much this guy. I watched a few of his videos. He's making a game in Java, and obviously I don't mean any disrespect by sort of like insulting him, but I'd say a massive sort of bonus, well not bonus, but something developers need to do in games is get their priorities straight. So this game, it seems to be like one guy's just been working on the game, and obviously that's really hard work because I worked on this project on my own for about 2 to 3 years before Colton joined. I think it was 2 years, or maybe 3.
You started in 2009-ish, and then I joined in 2013.
Oh geez, that's 4 years. But
yeah.
Anyways, so this guy's making a game in Java, and he's getting a few fans. He's like, people commenting like, "Oh, that's good," but the gameplay isn't that great. And obviously, I don't mean to knock it. It is what it is because he's been working on it his own. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's just what it is on its current state. But he's been making update videos on like random things, like mounts and all that stuff. It's like, why would mounts be a good sort of like thing to work on when the game, by the looks of it, you can't even do combat and it looks like a combat game. The animations aren't the best, but obviously they work, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, Colton, try imagine Molior RS, where we only have Lumbridge, Varrock, and Draenor Village. and that's pretty much it. We don't have many items, so like we only have like bronze or iron items. Now,
Yeah.
what would your opinion be if I randomly said, "Hey, let's get sailing on the go and working"?
I would probably laugh in your face.
Um, Obviously, don't mean to mock at all that guy, but it's just game developers in general. I don't want to really sound egoistic, but with us, well, for me, I just wanted to get the landscape out of the way and done. I've said this loads of times, and I know there's new people all the time, but obviously I don't mind repeating it because it's very basic. But I never imagined the project sort of getting to what it is now. I only built like say Lumbridge just for fun.
Oh.
And then, you know, somebody goes to me, "Oh, why not do the rest of the area?" So I was like, "Yeah, okay." It was really fun to do, and I was just doing some other areas, and then it slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now there was the times when I was like just messing around. I think I built like it took me not 8 weeks. It took me 8 hours to make Restless Ghost, like the simplest quest ever made in RuneScape, and it took me that long to do because there wasn't many things in the project already. It was just like Lumbridge and Lumbridge Swamp, and so I had to make items like God, I forget its name, the Amulet of Ghost Speak, but like the skull and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
I am working on the Baxtorian Falls. Some of the assets got one, just in case you're wondering why I jumped to convo.
all right, that's fine.
We got the Grand Tree here. We got the Baxtorian Falls here, where you start the waterfall quest. You got RD to the south, which has no detail at the moment. You got the fishing guild and all that stuff. In the moment, I'm just detailing the training camp where you kill the ogres. And I'm gonna save it quick, just in case anything bad happens. But yeah.
All right. So when I joined, you had most, I guess, half of free to play done, right?
Oh,
Or
God, no way. You can check a video.
you had Lumbridge, Varrock. But
It was Chris
I don't
Archie,
want to
a
say
video of
Falador
Chris
yet.
Archie. When you joined, right?
Sorry.
You joined. Well, you asked me if you could join when my clip got featured on Chris Archie, right?
I saw that, and then I went to your channel, and I saw you needed help with multiplayer testing
yeah.
and stuff like that years ago.
So that I know the clip which got featured on Chris Archie. That was
The Varrock part
it was
2.
yeah no
or
was it part
1?
no it was part 1. So that was only part 1. So that time I think I only had Draenor, Varrock Half-Built, Lumbridge, Road to Varrock, and Lumbridge Swamp. So like 8 areas in total around that. Because I know
And
when
then-
you joined, when you sort of like officially joined, you had like Neverwinter Nights 2 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We started to work on the Dragon Slayer quest, and it was on a poll and people, it's funny how I put the Wilderness versus the Dragon Slayer quest, and it wasn't just the Dragon Slayer quest; it was all the areas, including the Dragon Slayer quest. So like because I only had 8 areas built, you had to go to places like Edgeville, Dwarven Mine, Ice Mountain, Remington, and that's why I got you to build all those areas, Colton, because your first one was Dwarven Mine, and that's the place you need to be in Dragon Slayer to get one of the map pieces. So yeah, I pitted that against the Wilderness, and this was in 2013. So 2 years later, I'm only now working on. Well, the wilderness is built, but I'm detailing it, and there's a lot of work to need to be done. But it's just funny. We don't even have the Dragon Slayer quest in game now, but obviously we have like places like Edgeville and all the other stuff. But
if you think about it, we would probably have redone several of the larger places now because we know these tools and techniques and stuff. Yeah.
But I wonder what the wilderness would have looked like that because we weren't as experienced.
Yeah. Yep. And then, back to what you were saying about structuring it. We structured it fairly well. We started with the areas, then we did some of the quests. Then we did the icons. Then the I think GUI after that, and then
I think the GUI was
that was kind of well, that was scattered too.
Yeah.
But after we had that done, we did weapons, armor, items, and stuff like that. And then after that was done, we did skills, I think. And
yeah, I think it was skills. Skills was
some skills.
I know Beta 1 was. This was like ages ago when it was Beta 1 was. It was actually a 0.1.0. But Beta 1 was the lands, so people with Neverwinter Nights 2 they could download our project, but all they could literally do is just explore the lands, and that is it.
Yep, exploration.
Beta 2 was combat, but there was a delay, so I had to change it to skilling. So that was skilling then. Beta 3 was combat, and then Beta 4 was the miscellaneous, which included a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and now we're doing additional skills, bugs and stuff like that are being constantly patched. And we're starting to work on the wilderness, or I shouldn't say starting to, maybe about third of the way there, landscape wise.
Yeah. Well, landscape wise, the wilderness is
not counting
complete.
Mortania or yeah, that's a larger place we'll have done maybe next year.
Hopefully. That would be nice. Mortania is a very unique place. It's something which definitely would be fun to build. It's like mostly all the pay-to-play areas in free-to-play areas. It's just rural, so all you're doing is just building grass and forests and all that
ruins
stuff.
And stuff.
Yeah. The desert was fun to build. I haven't really spoken much of the desert, but the desert is sort of like there, and it's about 50% complete, I'd say. This is only the landscape, of course. The desert is literally just 50% complete. There's a lot of areas in it, and it looks really nice.
Cool.
Maybe I should feature it more.
Yeah.
Or just leave it as sort of like a teaser.
It's sort of on the hush-hush.
Yeah. Because we have no plans for it. I was just building it for fun, really.
Yeah. Maybe when we have more people, we can start on adding stuff there. And
yeah. I think it'll be something for Tristan or Jeremiah to work on. They're relatively... Well, Tristan isn't new, but he's sort of relatively new to sort of building. And I have a lot of the areas done, so it's sort of just like filling in the gaps, really.
Yep, it's animations, modeling, scripts. I guess maybe we should talk about our plans for mounts.
Oh yeah, mounts. Yeah. So
yeah.
Do you want to start it?
I'll start off. So it's been 4.5 years,
and now we've decided to add mounts.
It's
But yeah.
I'd say there
Go
hasn't
ahead.
really, because we're only on free to play at the moment. I wouldn't say there's any massive. I know it can actually take a while to get to places and all that stuff in free to play alone. But now we're making areas like pay to play and all the other stuff. It's sorry, question distracted me. Now we're building like the wilderness. The desert's like 50% complete. The wilderness is complete, but we need to sort of like detail it more. You can check out the speed details and all that stuff. Now I'm working on the pay to play areas. The land's again massive, and Lumbridge to, I say one end of pay to play lands of what we've got built. So like Ashanti Pass to the stables on North Road to Falador. I would say that would take you a good 20 minutes to get to. Maybe less. Maybe I'm exaggerating. But I'm going to cut in here for the question. So I Own the World said, did you make this engine yourself? And the answer for that is definitely not.
No, but we've modified it slightly. Yeah. We use the Neverwinter Nights 2 engine, also known as the Aurora toolset, which also has a special name, the Electron toolset. We've taken a lot of the stuff that it has and added our own like scripts to it, configurations and stuff like that. We've been using it for like 5 years now, so there's a lot of changes that we've added. Yeah, so basically, no, we didn't make it, but we've added our own stuff to it. Yeah, so that's all I have to talk about.
Right, I am back. Sorry
Right.
about that.
Yep, I explained it.
Right, that's good. So what we were talking about now, oh yeah, mounts. Mounts would pretty much just, it's something Tristan's working on. Tristan, he isn't really, well, he hasn't been on many YouTube videos or spoken. He's been on a few podcasts. He's been on a recent video, which was something he made, the Tristan's AGS versus the Imp.
There was a, I think it was unlisted. I uploaded of the animations that he did.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot
Let
about
me-
the animations.
Let me link that in the chat, so
Yeah.
the viewers can take a look at it.
So Tristan does a lot of behind the scenes work. He made the respawning of the skilling objects. So this is like the wood cutting stumps, the ores, and all that stuff. So he does a lot of behind the scenes. So he isn't always on like the episodes or whatever we're doing, videos I meant. We're going to introduce him to sort of like building more. We could always use some builders, obviously. But yeah. So he's working on mounts, and I personally don't know much about what is capable of mounts, but it would be nice to sort of like get them as a sort of like they can store a few items, because I will not lie about this. It honestly took me over 10 minutes to walk from the Dwarven Mine to Falador, because I was over encumbered with ore. And I had to walk to Falador to smith it. So it would have been nice if there's a horse like waiting outside. Mounts, we aren't talking about anything ridiculous, so you can ride like a dragon flying, although that would be freaking amazing. We sort of want to keep it a medieval realism. This goes to a comment the other day. Some guy was like, hopefully you guys keep your project medieval-ish type and not with all this like fancy armor which RuneScape has. Which I agree. RuneScape is slowly losing its sort of like medieval-esque theme over time.
It's more like Fashionscape now.
Oh, definitely. I'd say it's getting more modern than less medieval.
Yeah.
But mounts would just be horses, really. Horses did actually exist in RuneScape.
They went extinct in late 5th age. I don't want to be exact on that. I might be
it's
lying.
it's something recent because they made a quest about it, the bringing home the bacon and all that stuff. Where the horses went extinct because people are eating them, and now they are going on to the pigs because they found out bacon. That'll be a weird quest to make.
Yeah, so we'll have mounts since the project takes place in 5E20, which is the 5th age of year 20.
Yeah.
Or year 20 of the 5th age, sorry.
Trust me, I forget sometimes.
Yeah.
I would say mounts, they're sort of what they do. I think they just make you, like I said, they just help you with the speed. I want to add them to, if it is capable of adding them, it would be nice to add them onto sort of like the stable area of Road to Falador. So that area's got some use in horses. Maybe put them as a reasonable price, but you know you can't just get them from killing a few goblins for about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe about 10k, I don't know, something like that. Which is relatively medium-ish level to get 10k.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at a picture of the training camp from RuneScape, so I'm just looking for. It's a very bland area. There's not much stuff in it. There's a lot of training dummies, but I've only added some. Okay, we got a lot of benches and sort of like a picnic area here. So I'm just going to build that now. So bench installs. So that would be mounts. Oops, that's table. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh my god, it was on the tip of my tongue. Oh yeah, the animations. That's it, the animations. So Tristan is obviously working on the mounts, but he's made a few animations. And these animations are really good. At the moment, we don't really have any animations in game.
We have the smithing one, but that's still being tested.
And they're all yeah, we have smithing, but they're all default Neverwinter Nights 2, so
yeah.
they aren't the same as RuneScape. Whereas Tristan has been creating some animations, and he literally has got them to the same point as RuneScape, and they look really amazing. Maybe we'll try and get a video of sort of like a better video of sort of like the one you made. No offense, Colton, but more like detailing and explaining it.
Oh yeah.
And maybe in like a real world situation, not like the open green testing areas where we always do stuff.
Yeah, that's why it's still listed as unlisted. There's exact reasons.
How do you unlist?
Video settings and then
Oh yeah,
make
I
it
know.
public.
It was just funny because you said it was listed unlisted.
Oh, yes.
But the animations, it's only skilling for now, but it would be nice to say like, I know Tristan once started to look into special attacks. So say if you get a dragon dagger, which are in game through the Xanaris marketplace after doing Lost City, it would be nice to get like a dragon dagger, then do a special attack, and then it has the old classic special attack where it does a swipe to the left, then swipe to the right, and all that stuff. And the same with like the whatchamacallit, dragon longsword and anything else really.
Yeah, we'll probably have the specials out within. I don't want to say a specific date because that'll just make people like, oh, it's totally coming out at this time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never ever want to do that. Get
Yeah.
raise hopes and crush them. Oh, what was I doing? Looking at banners. There we go. Oh yeah, you downloaded those floating banners, didn't you?
Yes.
I need to get those. They're amazing.
I think maybe they were the reason why my copy of
Yeah.
the Wilderness is no longer with us.
Yeah, we haven't told the fans about that, have we?
No. Do you think we should?
Yeah, may as well. The Wilderness is rebuilt.
All right, yeah.
I'll
So
let you tell it because it's your story.
all right. I had spent maybe 80 hours building 9/10 of the entire landscape for the Wilderness, detailed sounds, stuff like that. And then I added a visual effect of moving flags to it, which didn't work. Well, it worked at first, and then when I went to open up the game again, it completely removed the Wilderness. It like fucked it up so bad.
Yeah.
So I let Aaron rebuild the Wilderness after that. Yeah, that was a big time sink.
I remember how annoyed you were.
I was so pissed off.
I was annoyed too because of the work you lost.
Yeah.
Because they did look really nice, but obviously I redid them. But I don't know what I was working on at the time. I think I was working on the desert. I think. No, I was working on Baxtorian Falls actually. Yeah, I was working on this area here. And then Colin was like, "Damn it, the Wilderness is like gone." And so I was like, you know, Baxtorian Falls isn't going to be released anytime soon, so we may as well get it out. I need to lower the area here so it isn't constantly all flat. But to do that, I need to set the height of this.
Losing places isn't really that rare. We've lost Demonheim. We've lost the old mines. I rebuilt them. I rebuilt the Dwarven mines a couple weeks ago. I added shops and stuff like that, so it's more medieval and not like completely dead like RuneScape is. We've lost Crandor, which we thankfully recovered, sort of.
Oh yeah, Crandor is definitely better. Did I tell you about the Dwarven mine again? Did I tell you about the Dwarven mine?
No.
It got corrupted again.
Luckily, I have it, so you're in luck.
I honestly do not know. It's the module or something, but anything called Dwarven mine, it gets corrupt.
Yeah, All right. I'll probably end up changing its name to something like fuck off mine or something relevant. Huh. Congrats, you invented The Sims. Yes, we've invented The Sims. Oh, are you back?
Yep, so pretty much the Dwarven mine got corrupt.
Yeah.
We lost something. I'm more annoyed now. When my PC broke, I am so stupid about this. All the files were on it, but obviously we recovered a lot of them. It was like RD and Yanil and all that stuff. There's like an RD and Yanil tour, you can see that stuff. There's even a Demonheim tour, and I even do a Frozen Floor dungeon raid. Somebody congratulations on us on inventing The Sims. I think that's a compliment, maybe. But yeah. So we lost Ardy, and then I wasn't so fussed about it. But as you can see on the toolset now, we got a ton of pay-to-play areas, and we got North Kandrin and Baxtorian Falls, and there's just Ardy with empty space. Whereas before, if we had it, we could just have added it on. Oh yeah, I needed to lower this. Lower, flatten. So for anybody who's unsure, this is the Baxtorian Falls. I'm currently working on the training camp, which you need to complete.
What's this?
You need to complete the biohazard quest, and in this area you get to kill ogres. So maybe it's familiar for a few people, but yeah, that's just where the area is. I forgot what we were talking about, Colin.
I was planning on talking about the current status of the game itself.
Oh right. Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up as well, but that's good then.
All right. So let's start off with the free-to-play stuff.
Right.
We could essentially call that a complete game because we have skills for it, quests for it. All the locations are done.
Yeah.
We probably need to patch up a few things, but that puts us at game version 6. So 0.6.0.
We're currently at 0.6.
So
I know I got to update the monsters. Lower monsters are relatively hard, and then the higher monsters are easy, so there's sort of just a change I need to do around that.
Well, yeah.
Which is easy fix, to be honest.
Yeah. We've redone other monsters a bunch of times already.
God, please do not remind me of the monsters loot.
That's such a pain in the ass.
It took me so obviously we got quite a lot of monsters. I'd say about, I'm gonna say 30, maybe more. Let me see if it's in here. It's got to be in here. Where is the Molior RS? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got definitely over about 30 monsters, and obviously I need to create a loot drop table for each one of them,
which is really complicated because you have to add
the
chances for each item, and it's a mess.
In the quantities, I have screwed up in the past. Actually, recently, cow calves dropped a 100% easy clue. It's such an easy mistake, and I fixed it in a split second. But it's still in the beta. If anybody's playing it, then go nuts on getting pretty much free treasure trail items. Obviously, it's not the multiplayer, so I'm not fussed. It's single player. You can cheat on single player anyway by just punching in a few lines of code.
Yeah.
But
luckily. So multiplayer, I guess maybe we should touch up on that.
Yeah, it's a big deal, multiplayer.
Yeah. We're kind of working on it now, but we're working with a guy. He's sort of helping us with it. So we're just waiting on him. Yeah. We would like to have it out in a month, but it might be a little bit more than that.
It is
again,
really
no set date. Yeah. Plus, server-wise, we're gonna need probably another couple servers because the server I have right now will only hold about 30 people at once.
Well,
it's
say
pretty shite.
30 people is good for now, but if it gets to the point
more
where people want, well, there's more people playing it. I mean, not it. I think everybody who's subscribed would want to play it, but it's just a case of like getting Neverwinter Nights 2 and all that stuff. Or maybe they just, I don't know, maybe they don't want to play it, but they just like watching the videos.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure that's like 95% of our subs just watches our videos.
but
That's
yeah,
pretty much it.
I would say it's more of a case of if somebody wants to, I don't know, if there's around, it's getting to the cap of like there's a lot of people trying to play the project, and you know we're only allowing 30 on at a time. Then we're gonna really need to try and update our servers to sort of like increase the I can't even say the word. Oh my god, that's really bugging me now.
Our cap? Our
Yeah, the full name for it. It is just a cap. It's like Cap City or whatever.
Yeah, there are a lot of complicated things that go into making the servers.
Oh yeah.
It's like mind-blowing
Um,
complicated. It's crazy.
we need we need to host 2 servers. In fact, at the moment, because the guy we were talking to, we need to say if I'm building this area now and I want to log on in game, I will need to test it on a server. But obviously, this area is incomplete. So I'm not just going to throw it out into the public and then you're going to see me running over to it quick to try and roam around it. Say it's the wilderness, for example. Say, you know, the server's up and running. We got about 20 people on the server. And I release the King Black Dragon. But obviously, I need to get in game to try and test it. I'm not going to, so like I just said, I'm not going to throw it out into the public. You're going to see me in Edgeville gearing up and then going to kill QBD. Not QBD, KBD, the King Black Dragon, to then see me get one hit, and maybe I made an error in the coding, and it drops a 100% Dragon Visage, and then somebody else is going to go into that when I'm like offline, and they're going to get 100% Visage constantly, so we need a private test server so we can like edit stuff and test it and all that stuff. Oh, there's more benches.
Yeah, and like I said, I only have one server right now, so I'll be right back. You talk for a second.
So yeah, we only have one server at the moment. That's pretty much all there is to say about that one server. It's a good old server, but yeah, we just want to see how many people want to play it first before we sort of like upgrade the server and all that stuff. But for now, obviously this is the build of Baxtorian Falls. I'd say I did good progress on this training camp. There's a lot of areas. This obviously isn't going to be the only episode for this area. There's going to be a lot more. But we've touched a lot of subjects. I'll probably build this on the podcast, and just start detailing it more. But this is, I think, all there is. I'm going to detail the rooms, just add some crates. This area in game, in Molior RS, I meant, RuneScape now, it's pretty much dead because ogres aren't as good as they used to be. So it's a shame because of that. It was a really good sort of like private training spot because the places by I'm trying to remember its name now. Castle Wars / the Ogre City and all that stuff. It used to be very popular, and trying to get your own spot was very annoying. So, if you had this quest done, you could come in here, especially for range. You know, you can stand behind the bars and just shoot the ogres and all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this area. But in here, I think we'll obviously do the same. You could kill ogres more safe. But maybe it's a way to sort of like, I don't know, maybe we can make some sort of custom quest or training ground. Colton is looking into doing sort of this this training camp thing for each cities. Oh, sorry, my nose and cold are just going nuts. The training thing, it's like you're in Falador and you want to join the guards, and
I'm back.
you do some guards and all that. And welcome back. I think I'll let you explain this bit. This will probably be the last topic for the stream. I was just saying the training camp, what uses it could be, and I was talking about the training camps, the training things you're gonna do for each cities. So I was wondering if like this training camp could be our doings. I forgot what you actually called it, but say if you joined the Varrock
Guard training
Guards.
programs.
Oh yeah, that's it.
The name is that's like a regular term. But basically guard training programs are there's the Varrock Royal Guard, the Lumbridge, I guess that could be militia, Falador White Knights, and Falador Guards. And those are like Radiant quests that sort of have a storyline, but will overall be Radiant. And you get a small amount of cash and XP each time you complete one.
No, I was just saying that this training camp could be the sort of like the training place where you do that for Ardoing. Ardoing has paladins and knights, so maybe you could become like a knight of Ardoing. Or maybe a paladin, because there's 2 factions of each.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was only just saying that this place could be used for that.
I'll probably start on that stuff in the next week or so.
Yeah, it's I'd say it's more conversation and dialogue and quest based. Right, a few more crates. I'll add the table. Oops, table.
Hello, Ingrid Cox.
This is not a private server. This is, imagine Minecraft. Minecraft, you can build your own stuff, and obviously if you have the money you can host it, and then you can get other people to play your stuff. It's sort of like, if anybody's heard of the Runescape Minecraft server, we are literally just that, but we're honestly just a different game, and we're Neverwinter Nights 2. So
yeah, let me link you to our website real quick.
if you,
So you can...
honestly, if you're still unsure, check out the What is Molior RS. That explains a lot.
I forgot, it won't let me link stuff in chat. It's probably because I'm not...
Do you want to give me the link?
Yeah, I'll send it to you over Skype, and then you can show it in the video if you want to.
I think there is a filter on the chat which blocks any links from outsiders. That includes you, because you aren't a moderator, because this is YouTube and not Twitch.
Damn.
Description, guys. Not quite sure what you mean by that, but
maybe he was telling him where to look for stuff.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, if anybody is just unsure, I thought he meant like what's the area, but this, I'm just going to repeat it again. This is Baxtorian Falls. I'm going to show the trees. Here we have the Grand Tree, which is shrouded in trees. We got the Grand Tree itself, which is very tall. I'm actually going to hide the trees now. There we go. And you know, it's actually all the platforms of the Grand Tree, which you'll be able to walk on. We have the Baxtorian Falls itself. Let me just get over here. It's quite a large mountain or hill, I'd say. More of a hill. And you got the waterfalls. That's the place where you do the waterfall quest. We got the training camp, which is where I was just working on. We got the fishing guild over here. We got the Ardoing farms and RD to the south. So yeah, that's pretty much the area. And I was going to wrap up the video now. So
Alright.
While the stream, I'm gonna, now I've done the stream, it's been taking me a while to sort of like get the streams up and running due to FPS reasons, but now I've got this like fully working. I'm gonna be streaming a lot more, so don't expect the last this. Try leave a comment on any of the videos, or just send us a message on what times you think are best. So yeah, so thank you all for watching. If you do have any videos, if you don't have any videos, if you have any comments, just leave them below and I'll stay around to answer them. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. So peace.